Thank you for joining us wherever you are. This podcast episode is brought to you by the Old Ways Actual Play team. This actual play uses the Delta Green tabletop role-playing game rules by Arc Dream Publishing. This actual play is performed by adults and in an adult setting. Listeners should know that this podcast will include mature themes and scenes. All content, including names, places, events, companies, military organizations, and etc., which may bear resemblance to entities living, dead, or redacted, is completely coincidental. My name is Michael Diamond, and for tonight's game, I will be your handler. Thank you for joining us again on another episode of the Old Ways Podcast. I am your handler, Michael Diamond. I am here with my cast for a volume of Secret Faces as we continue our journey through this portion of Impossible Landscapes. We are happy that you have joined us this evening as we all get to take a trip to someplace new we've never been. And so I'm going to begin with player and character introductions, which start to my right.
Hey, it's me, Miranda, playing Dr. Aaron Weber. Maybe should have been a psychiatric doctor with what we're currently going through, but excited to report that I might have a new thing for my freezer soon.
Oh, yeah? You picking up a new thing to put in your freezer, maybe?
A little friend.
And next to Dr. Weber.
Hey, it's Nate Hughes, your friend Nate. I'm playing Special Agent Elliot Winters, and I'm not sure if my buddies Brett and Weber, maybe their eyes aren't working, but have they seen the size of this guy? What are they doing? Why are they fighting? This guy's going to pick them up with his ham hands and just squeeze and pop them like dandelions.
Yeah, no, it's certainly something that could happen. And last but most certainly not least.
Hi, my name's Tegan Gilbert, and where's my fucking clothes? My name is Brett Goddamn Hawking, and somebody here took my goddamn clothes.
Yep. Yeah, they did. And luckily for you and the rest of the audience, you've been reclothed, which we'll get to in a moment. So we're going to raise the curtain tonight inside the group room. You're all collected, one way or the other, inside a tiled floored room with chairs. It's sort of pea soup green upholstery. The lights in here flicker, fluorescence overhead. There's an array of chairs in a circle. There's also one sort of stand-up board. Looks like an old hospital gurney. You see a clothed buck attached to it, standing up straight. He's been restrained, leather belted into it, so that way he can't move or hurt himself. Next to him is an orderly who seems to be patiently waiting, almost enjoying his job. Mr. Ed is here as well. He's here clearly at your behest, Agent Bennett. Clearly. Your friend is here to make sure that everybody's going to do the right thing. No violence. You can hear his voice still in your ears. Violence is unacceptable. You see the rest of them. There's a collection of patients in here, actually. 4 or 5 other people. All different shades, ages, types. Some of the faces you recognize. Some of them, you've never seen them before in your life. At least you don't think so. And then you see the far door open, and Dr. Friend walks in. He does so with a metal tray in his hand. It's got some objects on it. You can't necessarily make them out. He places them in the hands of an orderly and then goes towards the last empty chair in the circle. O'Neill, even strapped to the gurney, you see that cat-scratched face in this room. He's playfully petting the cat in his hand as it hisses and growls. It even bites him, which he seems to barely notice. His thick fingers are dotted with little teeth marks from his bundle of furred joy. And for you, Dartford, just coming out of the haze, you realize somewhat sleepily that your little friend, the one with the wrinkly fingers, he's missing. It's hard to muster the strength to be as belligerent as you were in the hallway, even if it is racing through your mind to be so. This is a circle of chairs. In fact, it might be the only thing that is perfectly circle in this room. Dr. Friend speaks up and says, I'm so glad all of you could join us. I understand it's been quite a night so far. What I'd like to do in this group session is give everyone the opportunity, one at a time, to tell us about themselves and why they're here and what's important to them. When we talk in group session, we want to be respectful of everyone around us. We don't want to name call. We don't want to point fingers. And certainly, as Mr. Edis undoubtedly told all of you, we abhor violence. It is not productive. And so I will ask you to remember that, as some of these stories that we'll all tell together can get difficult to deal with. But I believe you're all here for something very important. You all see someone in the room that looks a little familiar to each one of you. Your eyes focus on him for a moment because Dr. Friend gestures to him. You remember this man from somewhere, and it isn't until the doctor speaks his name that it blossoms into your mind, the conversation that you had. Dr. Friend says, now, we're going to begin with you, Bale. You see Timothy Bale, and for a moment, just a moment, Bennett, you feel the memories of someone else slipping through your ear. You remember hearing that name before. For you, Dartford, you remember having a conversation with this man. You just don't remember when. Bale says, I'm here to do my business. I don't know why you're starting with me, Doctor. I've got phone calls to make and people to see. He looks around and eventually makes eye contact with you, Dartford. We all have somewhere to go, don't we? We all have something to do. I'll be on the phone if you need me. He goes over to the wall and pushes on it. And when he does, a hatch opens and a phone from the 30s, a receiver is extracted from the wall. The cable flows down onto the floor. He steps on it, holds it in place. He yanks the receiver up to his ear and starts talking into it. As he talks into it, his voice gets low and difficult to hear. Dr. Friend nods. Very well, Timothy. Make your calls. He writes something down on a piece of paper. You there. He points at you, Dartford. We're all happy to listen. Give us an opportunity to understand why you're here and what you're willing to work on in the group.
Why I'm here. I am assuming that I've had some sort of psychotic break or mass delusion, or we're currently in the middle of a mass delusion. Is this real or not real?
If it's not real, it's fantasy.
Well, not really fantasy, but some things that aren't real are sometimes real and sometimes not real. And I don't know if we're in a real place that other people go to or if we're in a not real place where no one goes to.
That's a compelling question. I have one for you in return. Do your failures still haunt you?
Doesn't everybody's?
He grins a bit and writes something down in the paper. What you're describing is a world that's not real. When is the last time you experienced a world which wasn't real?
30 seconds ago.
And before that?
Within 24 hours of that.
And would you say this is commonplace for you, Agent Dartford?
More common than I would like, honestly, but also not. I am mixed between whether it's more common than I would like it to be, but sometimes I want it to be more common or frequent.
Yes, it's my understanding here, based on your case history, that you've been searching for things which aren't real.
Yeah, well, they search for me sometimes.
You hear Bale in the background say, after she jumps, get the book in the tower and translate it. He seems incensed for a minute. Dr. Friend turns and says, Timothy, quiet down. It's rude. Bale turns just slightly to face the group circle and says, hey, Doc, fuck off. Dr. Friend seems a little taken aback by Bale's comment and turns back to you.
This isn't Bale that was like when other people are around pretending to be less than. It's Bale. Well, I know same Bale, but it's Bale like when other people weren't around and he kind of straightened up and had his shit together. So this is like real Bale, not...
Yes. This is the Bale that you experienced when no one was around. And now he seems to be that Bale all the time.
Yeah. You should listen to that guy because he seems pretty in charge of things. He's really got his shit together.
Do you ever believe that perhaps someone or something was out to get you, Agent?
Constantly, but a building, which is a weird thing to say.
It says here, he thumbs through the paperwork in his folder, they were sent several letters. Is that true?
Yes. Yeah. Too many. Unpleasant. Really. Yep. Did you send me those letters?
No, Agent. I have no business sending you letters. One, let alone 153.
Just a couple letters.
Well then, thank you for your participation.
You're welcome.
He turns just slightly in his chair and sort of crosses his legs in a very professional manner and looks across at you, Bennett.
I'm still reacting to 153 letters. Because Weber's mentioned this incessantly, but never made mention that it was 150. And so I'm going to look at you, Weber, and I'm just going to mouth that. Like 153 and question mark.
Really big shoebox under my bed.
You never said. Sort of whisper. I'm not trying to not be heard, but sort of whisper talking to Weber. You never said 153?
Well, I didn't want you to be worried about it.
I would have been less worried to figure out why you were so focused on that. 153?
I said it was sending me letters.
Yeah. My grandma sends me letters. Is that 153 in my whole life?
None of them had money on my birthday.
You watch Dr. Friend continuing to make notes.
Turn back to him.
Agent Bennett, I wonder if you can explain to me why you took a painting from the basement.
You know, Doc, sometimes art just calls to you, sort of speaks out to you. And that painting, knowing what was going to happen to that building, that painting, it seemed important to save it.
Interesting. We all save things, trinkets, objects. The file here says that you carried around a dog head for several days.
That was part of a job. And I take my jobs pretty seriously, Doc.
You see the man with the scratches on his face seem to make a note in like a leather book that he has. He shakes his head.
Don't you worry. The dog head was still alive. It wasn't a dead dog head. That'd be weird. This was a dog head that still moved around. It was a whole biological thing that this weird company was doing. But you know what? We did our job.
Of course you did. He smiles. He has a much sterner voice than Dr. Friend. It's all here in black and white. Dr. Friend turns to look at O'Neill in the upright gurney. You're not, bound by the mouth, so you certainly can speak.
What about my drugs?
You are on drugs, yes.
Yeah.
So, tell me, Agent O'Neill, I wonder, given the amount of time you've spent here in the group, the number of sessions, have you learned anything?
I look around. Is Agent Hart in this room?
You do not see Agent Hart.
I will smile at Dr. Friend, and I will say, I have learned you're not very good at your job.
No, that's certainly your opinion. He makes a note on the paper again. I wonder, though, can you tell me when you first encountered the play, The King in Yellow? You confess to having read it 615 times.
Did I now? That doesn't seem very much different than reading it one time.
I'm laughing to myself at that.
It's only 2 acts, so honestly, you can get in an extra reading of the play every time you read 3. Is how I'm doing the math in my head, because there's only 2 acts. Bale!
Bale turns around.
Tell Hart to get us. Tell her to get us out.
He raises his hand up and gives you the middle finger. 20 children, he says in the phone. Leave them all in the water.
Fuck.
You watch the man with the clawed face turn a bit inward towards Dr. Friend. And Friend says, very well. Mr. Wilde, perhaps you can tell us why you're here. He puts his book in his lap securely and tries to wrangle a little bit more control over the cat. It's pretty simple. He's here. He gestures sort of towards the group at large rather than any one specific person. And so I'm here, and I got to get them where they need to go. And so they got to listen. So we got to go through this same bullshit over and over and over again until they figure it out. It's not hard. And if you want to know where Hart is, she's with Dr. Dalian. Dr. Friend says, excuse me, who? Wilde sort of waves him away. I serve a purpose. It's pretty simple. I keep a complete list of what people have done, and I make sure that I understand where they sit on the food chain socially, so to speak. And now I know where all of you sit, except for Agent Hart. But that's okay. We'll get there. I know it. I just gotta wait. Dr. Friend stands up. Well, I think this was very, very important. You hear Bale get real loud again. No, it's in the mansion. But Lundin needs to build it first, right? Send Asa. He hangs the phone up. Dr. Friend looks at Mr. Ed and gives him a simple nod. And then Mr. Ed reaches impossibly long arms away from himself, and he reaches out towards the far doorknob and opens it. And Dr. Friend walks out with Mr. Ed trailing him. The group seems to break up a little.
Handler, when we first sat down, you mentioned that we recognized some people.
Mm-hmm.
And not everyone. Besides Timmy, and then obviously Friend and Mr. Ed, was there anyone else that we recognized in this circle that maybe didn't say anything?
Yeah, there's someone that you recognize. So one of you, I believe it might have been originally Dr. Weber, may have, I believe, a couple of episodes met a woman named Dorothy Yale.
Is that the one that made me the bird?
Yep.
The origami bird? Yeah. Winters.
Bennett.
Bennett O'Neill. That guy's legit. Not the doctor. That guy's like, fuck.
Don't fucking play around with them. Don't fucking agree with them. My name's not fucking O'Neill.
That one. But the one on the phone on the wall. He legit. I talked to him outside of here in the thing, and he knows things. He knew things about a lot of things. I think he really knows what's going on, and somehow knows things that have happened and will happen.
Well, did you make friends with him? Because he seems like an asshole.
Some sort of like Time Lord or something. I don't know. He seems like an asshole, but I think he just knows too much, and it's one of those things where you're really smart, and I really relate to that, where you're really smart, and then when people around you do or say dumb things, it just comes out of your mouth as an asshole, but really it's just that you're really smart, and I can relate to that.
I've already stopped looking at Weber, and I'm looking around the room, and Yale? Was it Yale?
My apologies, I'll correct the name. That is Cloris Vance.
Oh, okay.
That is the lady who made the origami for you.
Mm-hmm.
Cloris Vance?
Cloris Vance.
All right, let me see if I have those in my notes.
She is currently working on a piece of paper.
What kind of animal is she working on?
You're not sure. It's a big one, though.
Oh. Hey, do you remember giving me that bird? Like a little penguin. Hey.
She sort of narrows her eyes at you.
You gave me a bird, because I like birds. I smell like them.
I remember you. It's been a while.
It's been like maybe a couple hours or something.
A
few hours or...
I haven't worked on anything that small in years. All of my projects now are big. She motions down to the paper in front of her.
Yeah. Yep.
What do you mean big, Miss Vance?
Well, look. She gestures with the paper in front of her, and it's got to be nearly 3 meters. Like the paper suddenly seems to go on forever. She's folding these intricate patterns into it.
If I look at it, it better not be a dragon.
Yeah, I was about to say the same thing.
You know what's funny It sure does look like a dragon.
Ah!
Oh, good.
So why don't you give me a sand roll?
Holy shit.
That's a big number.
Well, if it was one more, it would have been even worse, but that is a 98 over 56.
So for you, Agent, you're going to lose a little sanity to the unnatural, and that's 2 points to the unnatural, as the 3-meter long piece of paper that this Chloris woman seems to be working on does look an awful lot like the beginnings of the same dragon, that same paper dragon that you supposedly talked to your daughter about, that you saw in Washington Park before you came in here, based on what Dr. Friend said.
So I'll stand up and I'll go over and sort of loom over it and looking at her a little bit crazed. Wait, have you made these before? Did you make one of these for someone? Washington Park, like dress up as a clown. I saw one of these. I saw one of these with my daughter. That's why I'm in here. Have you done this before?
She looks at you aghast. I've never made one of these.
No, this is it. I've seen this. I've seen this exact work. Ain't no one copying this either. I've seen this.
How intently are you looking at this dragon?
I will say, since I failed that sand roll so bad, I am right up in it.
You see inside it that there's something inside this paper dragon that she's making. It's perhaps about thermos-sized. It's a glass container.
Wait, Cloris, what you got up in here? Did you put this in here?
No, don't touch it. Don't touch it.
What is it? What is that?
Don't touch the container. It needs to stay right where it is.
So I'll keep my hands clear. Obviously, she can see them, but clear. But I'm going to lean in and try and figure out what this container is. It's a container. What's it contain?
It keeps things. It contains things. It's meant for this dragon. It has to stay inside it, otherwise the dragon can't collect anything.
So what are you fixing to do with this thing? Who are you going to give it to?
There's a man coming for it. He's going to put it on stage. She looks up to you, like, hopefully, with this sense of pride and hope.
Does he have a name? Do you know who this man is?
You hear a Zippo lighter flick behind you, and a sharp inhale of breath, and then an exhale of the pungent odor of cigarettes. And smoke is blown over your shoulder, and you hear Bale's voice say, "It's all part of the plan."
I'll look over my shoulder, and is Bale like right behind me now?
Yeah, he's probably no more than 2 or 3 feet behind you.
Now, Bale, Weber says, Dartford says, you know stuff.
He knows our real names. You don't have to pretend with him. He's smart. He knows everything.
Really? You know my real name, Bale?
He looks you in the eye and takes a real slow drag in the cigarette and sort of exhales it out his nose before finishing the breath with his mouth and says, "Yeah, you're Elliot Winters. I know who you are."
I let out sort of the breath that I've been holding this entire time, because in my head I was weighing the fact that this might be the actual reality. Oh, thank God. Thank God. Brett, you were right. This guy knows it.
Son of a...
No, Weber, you've been getting letters from a building. I need to corroborate everything you're saying, just for my own sake of mind. That means I gotta get back to Elliot. So, Bale, you know stuff. I've seen this dragon already, and she says she ain't made but one.
He gives a slight exhale and then sits down in a nearby chair. He turns it around and sort of sits backwards in it. Everything you know is false.
Well, you know what, Timmy? That is not the surprising statement you might have thought it was to, I think, any of us at this point in our lives.
Yeah,
you should have met us 25 years ago. We were much different.
Oh, mirrors cracked, Elliot. That's the problem. You, Weber, he sort of stabs the air as he says each of the next 3 words. Brett, fucking Hawking, problem children. This is all supposed to be way easier, but you won't let go. Let's get one thing straight. He sort of gestures between the 3 of you as the smoke roils from the end of the cigarette. You're here in this place to do one thing, and that's to get out to the other side.
How do we do that?
You see Wild come over and sit down. How do you do it? Well, how about not getting strapped to a fucking gurney?
Brett, do you want to get let out of there? Are you comfy?
I'm just gonna like struggle to like see if I can get out myself. Can I get out?
No. No. The leather strap's way too thick.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and...
Yeah, ain't no one here. It's going to stop, so I'll go and I'll start
It's getting really tight in the thighs.
unbuckling Brett from the... I'll start with the thighs so that the thighs are the first thing to be released.
Sorry, I kind of getting some thick thighs these days. I hear they save lives.
This hospital is fake. It's not real. It's a projection. It's something somebody created. And that somebody is in charge of everything.
Wait, what you say everything, capital E, everything? Or like Dr. Dalian? What do you mean everything?
Well, he turns to Wild. I mean, you can spell it out or I can spell it out. Wild opens his book up a little bit, writes something in it, just almost matter-of-factly with a real sharp, crisp movement of his fingers. He shuts the book. The king, not this one, he points to Bale. The king in yellow is a divine ruler. He's transcended the need for reality. He calls to certain places, certain people, at certain times to do his bidding. And no matter what you think, Timothy, he calls to you too. See Bale sort of wave him off. Fuck off. Nobody controls me but me. The king in yellow rules from a place called Carcosa. Imagine it like the center of a web. And each time you interact with another part of his web, you are, over time, inexorably pulled closer to his gravitational pull, one which you cannot resist forever. We may try to persist on the ends of those threads, but we are, as ever, pulled toward him. You know him, although you've never met him. You know him by his symbol. You've all seen it.
We have all seen that damn thing.
He wanted you to see it. He wanted you to tell people about it. You were his apostles. Even in your rarest opportunity for victory, the destruction of a simple brownstone in New York, the king's presence never left, as was evidenced by Agent Weber's frequent mailbox deliveries. The king continued to call. The very fact that you are here is a recognition that you have been touched by the king's presence. And all souls who are touched by the king have struggled, but yet eventually find their way to him to receive judgment, of course. The only other choice is banishment, an eternity of it in the night world, this world. The lights flicker.
A world. So we went to a place and we called the night floors. It's a night world. The McAllister, that weird raccoon demon lady, this hospital. These are. Let me ask you though: is the world that we think of as our normal world, is that also just another one of these King in Yellow? I mean, is there anything that's not this king's domain?
Bale puts his hand up, and there's yet another freshly lit cigarette in it. A couple things of clarity here, real important for your brain, I think, if you're going to be able to make it through this. The world you knew, the one where you got married and had a kid and had a career, that world exists. That world is what the king is working to influence. Think of it like Swiss cheese. There are little holes, and in those holes, the king can poke a simple tendril through, and he can capture the fascination of one or more of you mortals. And when he does, you come calling because the king's tunes are just too irresistible to figure out by yourself. And so you bring others because you want them to help you figure it out. As far as the demons, well, I got to admit that's my doing. He smiles. You can thank me, Brett, for your erstwhile child. I want you to know it's healthy. It's doing well.
In the time that I got healed?
Oh, Curzon, another demon, another spiritual concoction and evocation that I unlocked Who do you think heard you and responded in the woods? All necessary, of course. It's not like you haven't done this before.
What does that mean?
He looks at you. Do you not remember any of this?
Do I have any inkling?
You have no idea what he's talking about.
So we're just supposed to go along with everything then? Or be here forever? Those are like our two options. There's, before you stands, two paths. And one path is to go along with what the king and his yellow symbol want. And the other path is to be here on the night floors forever.
Yeah. You know, there are people you've met that are already on this path. You don't like him, but Rourke is one staunch son of a bitch.
Oh, fuck that guy.
Hey.
Well, he's here, though.
Yeah.
So he didn't do the yellow symbol thing.
No, he hasn't bowed down.
Hmm.
He chooses not to worship. He drinks, he smokes his cigars, and he sits in his jazz lounge. And that's the extent of his existence.
Honestly, it doesn't sound that bad. Is this a timed... Is this a timed offer?
It's not an offer, it's an inevitability.
Well, it feels like it's an offer because there's two options.
I mean, if you want your life to progress at all, you're going to have to see this thing through. The only way out of this thing is through. He takes another drag. From here, it's not that complex, even though it's terrifying and possibly deadly. You need to locate somebody that doesn't exist, at least as far as you know. You need to locate Dr. Dallin.
Okay.
Dallin's the one that can get you to the other side. Back to the world you remember. Back to where you want to be.
Didn't we hear that Heart's with Dr. Dallin?
Who'd you hear it from? Friend? That guy doesn't know shit.
Well, okay. Yeah. I mean, agree.
Remember, he didn't even know Dallin existed. I don't think they've ever met. Just my suggestion, take it or leave it, but now that the group's session's over, you should have pretty much free run of this place. They don't lock any doors. Not here, there's nothing to hide.
Yeah.
Search the place, find the doctor, and then once you find him, don't let him out of your sight.
Because he's going to lead us out?
He nods, takes another drag of his cigarette.
Something about this don't make sense to me. You know everything. You could see everything. Why do you got us yahoos involved in this? Why don't you just take care of this? Why do you care?
I have been judged. When you're judged, you have a penance, a price to pay. And this is my price. I don't care. But I don't have a choice. That's what the king offers ultimately, is judgment. I gotta do this. And so I look for ways to fuck with His Majesty's plan. That's where the magic and the demons and all the other fun things come in at. Because I think there's still a way around it. And I'm just the kind of conniving bastard that can get that done.
So how do we learn how to get around it?
Everybody walks their own path. Search this place. Find that doctor. Never let him out of your sight. There's a theater hidden beneath this hospital.
It's always a goddamn theater, I tell you what.
That paper tiger, or the paper dragon that's Clovis is putting together, it's going to be on display. It collects a pretty vital liquid. Dallin knows about it.
Like blood? Is blood the vital liquid?
He shakes his head no. And what's worse than that? Stuff you don't want. It's corruption. It's that ickiness that collects on your soul. You've got some. You all do.
They're happy to get rid of some of that. That's what that dragon does.
Well, Dr. Frank can get rid of it, some of it for you if you want, but I don't trust that man.
I think I'm right there with you.
You see, Elliot, this place is like a fly trap. It gathers lost souls. You have to get free of this night world. When that time is right, reality will rearrange itself. It's going to make transit back possible. But you got to escape the hospital first.
I do. I want to do that. So we saw you in the other hospital. And we were in the other house. We're here. Are we in both of those places at the same time right now? We traveling back and forth? Was that other hospital just a hallucination, just a figment?
No. The Dorchester house is real in both places. Just like the McAllister and the night floors are physically, he strains out the words through his teeth, in the same place, but they're not always connected. This place is like it is, but only at night. and see you were in Dorchester House during the day, and then it became night. And now it can't become day until you go back.
It's like a circle that chases itself. All right.
No, it's a line. We need to get out. We need to focus.
You want a cigarette?
No, I quit.
Oh, fuck yeah.
That shit'll kill you, you know.
Cool.
Bale nods, but gives Buck a cigarette.
Is he pulling these out of a pack?
Yep.
He's got a cigarette KO.
Yeah,
I want to try and grab I want to see the name of the cigarette.
he smokes Chesterfields.
Oh, of course he does. He's a distinguished man.
You like the cigarettes? I took them from Rourke. That's why he smokes cigars now. Gives you an impish grin. I'm sure Hart's around here somewhere. Probably with Dallin. If not, probably in one of these rooms. There's things that go on in this place that aren't always right. I hope you find her.
No, this ain't our first rodeo with a place like this, so I think we know a little bit of what we might be in for. Hey, Bale, you know so much. Is Abigail still Abigail Wright? Is she still a possibility?
I don't know where she is, but I can tell you that she's not here, Elliot. She moved on. I mean, that's what the note was all about, really. That she'd been able to move on. She was here at one point, but just passed through.
She seems like the only one that's actually enjoying herself.
She's going to a big party. It's okay. You'll get a chance to go. All right. I got calls to make. He steps back over to the wall and pulls the receiver out of it, connects it to something in the floor.
Over at Brett and Weber.
Out and through. Let's go.
Got any ideas on how to pick up Hart's scent?
3 floors. Are there wings on this building?
Technically, yes, there are wings. There are, you would all know, having done a little bit of building research, that in the Dorchester that you entered, there was the building is built like an E. And so there are wings that are made for just men and just for women. But seemingly, you have seen both men and women in the same spaces here after hours.
All right, so we clear each floor, tactical style. 3 of us go through. We find her and we get out. Galleon had an office, didn't he?
He did.
We should go there first.
He was on the first floor in the Dorchester, but you remember the night floors at Brett? It didn't match up with anything, and it was huge.
No, don't manifest that shit. No, we're going down to the first floor. We're finding Dr. Dallion's office. We're on the 3rd right now?
You were the last time you thought.
Sweet. So we're not going up. You're not doing any of that shit. Dallion's office. Let's get her.
Sure, brother man. I'm going to lean over to Weber. I love it when he does this thing. Just like tries to push the whole supernatural out. It worked last time, so fingers crossed.
Yeah. I mean, sometimes you have to be in denial to get through whatever we're getting through.
You just got to strain and push as hard as you can. It's good for you.
Well, and on that note, the 3 of you head out back down toward Dallon's office, or at least where you think it is. And for now, we're going to close this episode down in that regard because the hallways have gotten dark and time seems to be of the essence. So thank you all, and we'll welcome you back to some version of the Dorchester real soon. Thank you and good night.